Wanted to bring your attention to the fact that Corsair did release reverse blade versions of the LX series fan, both 120mm and 140mm version. That's really probably all you need to know if you're looking for a reverse blade icue link fan that's not the expensive QX120 fan. So I did do a video on the LX series fans a little while back, and if you want to know more about this fan, check out that video. I'll link to it in the description below. So understanding what a reverse blade PC fan is and what it's for is a relatively simple conversation. There's really not much to it, but let's go over it. Now, especially when we're talking about fans that have a lot of fancy RGB lighting on them, a lot of them were designed and built so that the RGB lighting would be best viewed from the front. If you flip this around on the back, there really isn't much here. Now, a lot of fans sometimes have, stickers that are unappealing here. You might see some of the electrical cables in the back. Now, the LX series fan actually looks pretty good from the back. It's got a nice hub here. The vanes in the back, the airflow vanes, look pretty good. There is some wiring here, and you will see some RGB lighting out of it, but it's not intended to be viewed from the back. That's not its best position. Now, not every fan is like that. The QX fans in here, for example, are what I would consider double-sided, meaning the front looks really good, but if you flip those around on the back, it's got RGB lighting elements in the rear of it as well. The hub is lit up. It just looks really good. And up until now, at least for the icue Link fans, that's been really the only option if you needed a reverse fan when you didn't have one. A QX fan fit the bill pretty good because you could flip it around the other way and reverse the airflow, and it still looked pretty good. I should point out, just in case it's important to you, that the reverse blade fan does not have the Corsair Air Guide technology on it. We'll have to assume that's because it doesn't work very well when the airflow is reversed. According to Corsair, the Air Guide technology does help increase the performance of the fan. It's not that the reverse blade fan looks bad from the rear, it's just not as refined as the regular fan. Generally, airflow is going to go in one direction. It's typically through the front open face, and it's going to go through the front and out the back. And if you're not sure what direction the airflow is on your fan, most fans have some arrows pointing to what the blade direction is and what the airflow direction is. But traditionally speaking, it's going to be through the front open face and out the back, and that's going to be the airflow direction. So from a purely technical perspective, there's no requirement that you have a reverse blade PC fan. It doesn't really give you any advantage from a technical perspective. Its advantage is solely in the aesthetics of the fan, because you can take this standard regular fan, put it in any direction, just flip it whatever direction you need the airflow to be going in that location, and you're good to go. You're done. You don't need to worry about it. But with a lot of the newer cases coming out, the fan positions are such as that it maybe isn't appealing to look at the rear of this. Take the Tower 600, for example. There's a fan right here on the PC cover. And in this case, generally you want airflow going from the kind of the bottom and up through the top and out the back. So this fan on the power supply cover here, you generally have to get facing down because you want air coming up through the face and up through the top of it, or up through the rear of it, up into the case. But if you put the LX series fan in there, it doesn't look all that great. There's not a lot of lighting here. You're looking at the wires. It's not terrible. It's not bad. And again, I'll go back to my previous statement of, from a purely technical perspective for the case and the operation of the PC, it doesn't matter one bit. Well, if you get a reverse blade fan, then you can flip the fan back up, because now we've reversed the airflow direction, and that's all it does. Is now, instead of coming through the front and out the back, your airflow is going to come from the back and out through the front. So now we can position it upright, and we can get all of the cool looking RGB lighting, and the fan is designed and meant to look its best in that direction, and we can get the airflow that we want. Now, just to give you one more quick example, I've got this MuseTex K2 case, which I did a review on a little while back, similar to the Tower 600 here, where you've got that fan sitting on the power supply cover. A lot of cases now, this 270-degree view that you get. So there's 3 mounting locations right here on this cover, and basically it's the same idea. You generally want to take airflow from the bottom of this and pull it up into the case. Well, to put a standard PC fan on this, you have to put the open side, which looks the best, and you have to put it face down on there. So this is a great example of where you would want a reverse blade PC fan. You buy the reverse blade fan, you can flip it back upright so that the face is showing up. Now, the same with the fans over here on the back, but basically because you want the air coming in from outside in the rear here through the filter and into the case, you want to reverse the airflow. Now, for most cases, you're going to want to have a mixture of reverse blade fans and regular fans in there. basically take a look at the case that you're looking to do a build in, consider what fans you're going to be using, try to understand what your airflow is going to be, and you can pretty much on paper kind of calculate how many reverse blade fans you need as opposed to regular blade fans, and you can kind of get it done that way. So just take your time up front. The other thing is take a look at the fan that you're considering and see, do they have reverse blade fans? Now, a lot of them out there do have reverse blade fans. The Lee & Lee here, these are the TL120. This is a reverse blade version of the 3-pack here. I've got the Fantex D3120, which I looked at a while back. These are the regular blade fans, but you can order these in a reverse blade version as well. Another fan that I really liked is the Thermaltake SwaFan 12. I looked at these a little while back. Now, what's unique about these is in the box here, you get both sets of blades. Basically, on this fan, you can pop the fan blade out. It comes with the regular ones installed. Pop the fan blade out, and then you can take the reverse one and pop it in, and then it's a reverse blade fan. So what's cool about this fan is you can just order as many fans as you need and then change whichever ones you need to reverse and then change it back. So now one more thing I want to talk about real quick with reverse blade fans is in most instances that I've looked at, the reverse blade version of a fan has slightly lower specifications than its regular fan counterpart. So let's talk about the specifications on the reverse LX120 fans compared to the regular fan. Now across the board, the RPM ranges are the same between the two. On the 120 millimeter version, the CFM for the regular fan is 69.9 and for the reverse blade fan it's 66.7. So not a big change, but it is slightly less. The pressure on the regular fan is 5.22 millimeters H2O, where on the reverse blade fan it's 4.72 millimeters H2O. The sound is rated at 36 on the regular and 38 dBA on the max level for the reverse fan. And we get kind of the same thing on the 140 millimeter version of it. The RPM range is the same. The CFM is 84.7 for the regular fan, 84.6 for the reverse fan. So that's a pretty close margin, one of the closer ones I've seen. So on the pressure rating, it's 4.86 on the regular version, 4.82 on the reversed version, so just slightly less. So the sound level on the 140 millimeter regular fan is 36 dBA, and on the reverse fan it's 35.4. So, and really these numbers don't really equate very well into what the cooling potential of a fan is. I would use these fans all day long and not worry about it, but just be aware that there is a difference in the specification. Now for these fans in particular, Corsair's website, as of the time I'm filming this in early December 2024, the website pages don't have the correct specifications as best I can tell. They're not even complete, but they look like they're way off. So I took the specifications for the LX120 fan right off of the box, but I don't have a box for a 140 millimeter version. You might see those specification changes, especially on the 140 millimeter versions. I've just got to take those off the Amazon website because I don't have the box, and Corsair's website is useless at this point to get specifications for these fans. But to wrap up this video, I think it's pretty cool that Corsair is finally releasing some reverse blade fans for us to use, especially the icue Link ones. I think the LX series fans is a great one to do that with. Really, because up until now, the only option has been the pricey QX120 fans, because those look good in either direction. Anyways, let me know what you think about the reverse LX120 fan. I think it's pretty cool. But again, I will link to these in the description below, so check those out. But that is going to do it for today. Thanks for watching.